Hello and welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. Tonight I will be giving you the Capper Comparison Picks for the main card for Bellator 255. Patricio Pitbull versus Emmanuel Sanchez 2. Okay, full transparency, I really don't follow Bellator. I know a little bit. I know the popular fighters, and I know the fighters that have, dipped into the UFC, but I don't follow it. So I'm strictly pretty much going by the word of all the handicappers for the majority of these fights. That's how I do my research. So let's get into this. We're going to start out the lightweight fight between Usman Nurmagomedov. Yeah, he's got an awesome name. His first name and his last name are both champions. But he happens to be Khabib's cousin again, just like we had one in the UFC last weekend. By the way, UFC, I went, I'll say this again when I do the next UFC card, but I went 7-3. Not bad. But I did hedge my bet for the main event. I hedged round 2 knockout for Ngannou, and it hit. But on the show and on Tapology, I did pick Stipe. I thought he was going to be able to evade. I was wrong, so be it. 7-3, still did well. Okay, so Usman Nurmagomedov taking on Mike Hamel. This is the biggest. Usman Nurmagomedov is minus 900. Ridiculous. He's perfect record, 11-0. Like I said, he is Khabib's cousin. He's taking on Mike Hamel, 7-4. He's an underdog at 550, plus 550. And this is Nurmagomedov's Bellator debut. He's from like a Russian regional scene. So I know, and this was originally co-main event, but then they dropped it and put the Gracie. They flipped it with the Gracie Jackson fight. So yeah, you pretty much with these odds you'll see which way the cappers are going. But anyway, Mike Magic Hamel does fight out of MMA Lab. He was in an interview with my man James Lynch, and in the interview he did say he's going to, of course they always say they're going to win, they're always confident, but he thinks he can go the distance, or no, what did he say? He said he's gonna finish Nurmagomedov in the third round. In his interview, he said this, so take it for what you will. The interview was on James Lynch. I don't know, but anyway, Mike Magic Hamel. He's in the interview. He said he's been training. He trains at MMA Lab that houses the people such as Benson Henderson, Alex Caceres, Kyler Phillips, Sean O'Malley, Jonathan Pierce. Jonathan Pierce is fighting Gabriel Benitez May 1st. But also, James Lynch asked him who you've been training with, and he dropped the name David Mashab. And I guess he's another Bellator fighter, and he's going to be fighting against Rory McDonald. So anyway, just saying that, Mike Hamel out of Glendale, Arizona. He's coming off a loss against Adam Borics, a split decision loss. And the cappers are saying he's being served up to Usman Nurmagomedov, who is coming off a win against, this guy's name, Svyatoslav Shabanov, via stoppage. Matter of fact, all his wins have been via stoppage, except for one he went to the decision. But of his 11 professional fights, 10 of the 11 he finished them either by submission or knockout. He has a 4-inch height advantage. According to Tapology, his reach is unknown. and he has no training facility listed. I imagine if he's a Nurmagomedov, he's one of the Dagestani schools. The popular one in Russia is called Gorets. I don't know if he, like I said, nothing listed. Anyway, there's where you get to see all the cappers. Taking the huge favorite, minus 900 favorite, we've got my man, Vlad from UFC Celebrities and Classics. I knew I could rely on him. It was hard to find Bellator picks. A lot of people only do the UFC picks, but Celebrities and Classics, Vlad, he did these. He's got Nurmagomedov, of course, the popular favorite. Then we got it's your boy eBay's. eBay's got Nurmagomedov by decision. That's kind of that'll be a plus number. I'm not sure what it is going to be, but it should be. Then we've got Schroeder, MMA bet. I asked him in my comments to do this, but he said he was doing it anyway. But he's taking Nurmagomedov by submission, using that Dagestani skills. Then we've got MMA expert. That's AJ DeVito. I've used him in the past, not recently, but he had picks for this. And he's saying Nurmagomedov by decision. And finally, to finish it all off, we've got Burt MMA, young gentleman, is also saying submission in the first, well, he just said submission, first or second round, but it's a 3-round fight. Over under set at 1.5. Anyway, so that's a full capper consensus, which is expected in this case because Nurmagomedov is a minus 900 favorite. I'm going to, of course, go with the favorite here to get the win. I'm not going to bet anything on Hamel. I don't know enough. But I'm going to have to say Nurmagomedov by, let's say by submission, round 2. Okay, that'll bring that 900 to a plus number. I'm sure of it. Okay, moving on. Next we have the female flyweight fight between Kana Watanabe, the fighting out of Japan, taking on Alejandra Lara, fighting out of Colombia. Kana Watanabe, she is the underdog here. She's 9 wins, 0 losses, and 1 draw or no contest. I'm not sure. Her last fight is a win against Lara Joanne by KO ground and pound. And she's the underdog here. She's going against a bigger female in Alejandra Lara, Azul. That's her nickname. She has a 3-inch reach advantage. She fights out of Colombia, the Combat Training Academy. She's coming off a win against Veta Ortega by unanimous decision. She's the favorite here, minus 175. Let's see what these cappers have to say for this interesting fight here. Taking Watanabe. Kana Watanabe, we've got, she fights out of Fighters Flow in Japan, but I couldn't open the school up on Tapology, so I couldn't tell you how many fighters go there, or who they were, or anything like that. But it's your boy, eBay's is taking Watanabe by decision. Then taking Lara, we have Burt MMA. Burt is saying by decision for Alejandra Lara. He's saying she's gonna outmuscle her. She's the bigger girl, stronger. He also mentioned that her 3 losses have been against top performers, like the Bellator champ was one of them. Then there was that the the number one contender was the other one, or a former champ or something. And finally, the last one was she moved up to the UFC. So, what's her name? Sabine, or I forget. I should have wrote it down. But those are her only 3 losses, and that's what he mentioned that, and that's why he picked her. But Kana Watanabe, she hasn't had a loss yet, so I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. We've got some MMA experts, that AJ DeVito, also taking Lara. Then we've got Vlad from UFC Celebrities and Classics. He's also doing, Vlad is doing now soccer. Like today he did Wales versus Czech Republic. Yeah, he's doing a lot of things, Vlad. He joined the MMA Holes family, so support them and him. Oh, anyway, back to this. For the tiebreaker, we've got Schroeder, and he's taking the bigger, stronger Alejandra Lara. Schroeder, MMA bet. He's saying by TKO for Lara. I'm sure that'll bring that -175 to a plus number. But here, I'm going to go and take the points on here. It's kind of like a dog or pass spot for me. I'm taking the underdog in Kana Watanabe because she is undefeated. Alejandra Lara may have lost only to the best, but still, she lost. She's got 3 of them. Watanabe has 0 of them. So that being said, easy MMA math. You know, nothing. Like I said, I'm not big on Bellator. I don't follow enough. But I'm gonna take Watanabe here. I will say by decision. That's how, you know, Bellator, UFC. I mean, female fight. A lot of them tend to go to decisions. Safe bet. So, moving on. Next, we've got the new co-main event. We've got Naaman Gracie. I think it's Neiman, but I've heard some people say Neiman, but I think it's Neiman. Naaman. I don't know. Naaman Gracie. He is part of the Gracie family, obviously. He's trains out of Renzo Gracie Academy in New York City. He's got, if you look at Tapology, the Gracie family there, they've got, of course, Renzo, Holes, Igor, Daniel, Gregor. Those are the ones. Those are, I like to call them the East Coast Gracies. The rest of them are all in California, and that's I don't know. I don't want to give you misinformation. But there we go. He's taking on Jason Jackson, who is a prime fighter too. He's fighting out of Sanford MMA. And you know, out of Sanford, you got Henry Hoof is the coach there. Sanford's got loaded with UFC fighters. But anyway, he's coming off a win against Slick Benson Henderson by unanimous decision. This guy is good. His nickname is the Ass-Kicking Machine, and he is. He's the favorite here, slight favorite at -120. These odds were even at one point, but I guess money's starting to come in on Jackson, I would assume. That's why the line moved, but it was a coin flip even favorite. Gracie still is even, but Jackson's slight favorite here. Anyway, Neiman Gracie's coming off a win against John Fitch via heel hook. Before that, his one loss is to Rory McDonald via unanimous decision. And they have a common opponent, these guys. Jason Jackson is coming off that, like I said, the win against Benson Henderson. However, their common opponent was Ed Ruth. Ed Ruth is the NCAA wrestling champ out of Penn State. And he went over to Bellator, and he's a he's a decent mixed martial artist too, of course, with great wrestling. But Naaman Gracie submitted him, rear naked choke, and he happened to beat Jason Jackson via split decision. So, that being said, let's see what these cappers have to say. I guess we can... No, we're going to start out with Gracie here. That's just how I wrote it. And so, taking Neiman Gracie, we've got AJ DeVito from MMA Experts. He's saying submission round 2. I was going to write sub. And then we've got Throder also saying submission. We got Vlad from Celebrities and Classics. Didn't say method. And he didn't say over under either. Lately he's been doing the whole over around and stuff like that. But anyway, keep going. We've got Burt MMA taking Gracie. Burt is saying submission, first or second. And finally, we've got it's your boy Ebays. Ebays is taking Jason ass kicking machine Jackson. Ebays fight predictions. I like Ebays. I like that he does the contrarian picks a lot. Ebays fight predictions. He did. I don't think he said how he's going to get it done, but he did say he's going to get it done. I can't go against the Gracie family. Unless they're going against Sakuraba, but he's retired now. But he was the Gracie hunter. But otherwise, and like I said, I don't really know. I heard a lot of good things about this Jason Jackson, and he's coming out of Sanford MMA, which is a very good training. They have good fight plans. They train their fighters to win depending on their opponent. That's why guys come in late notice that, but they just have to make small adjustments, whatever. But I'm sure their game plan against Gracie is to not go to the mat if they can help that. Because if it goes to the mat, Neiman Gracie will submit you somehow, whether it be heel hook, rear naked choke, guillotine, you name it, he can do it to you. So for that reason, I'm taking Gracie here, and I got him winning by submission. I'll say, yeah, he's already at a plus 100, so I don't got to call a round. If I say by submission, it should raise it to like a plus, I don't know, 120, who knows. But anyway, finally, the main event. We've got Patricio Pitbull Freire. He has beaten the 135 champ, and he is currently the 145 featherweight champ and the 155 champ. This is part of the whole they got like this whole tournament, I guess. The winner of this fight goes on to fight AJ McKee for the featherweight championship belt. But Patricio Pitbull, he's a beast. He's 31-4. This is a rematch against Emmanuel Sanchez, El Matador. The first time around, obviously Patricio beat Emmanuel Sanchez, and that was back in 2018, and that was by unanimous decision. Pitbull here, he's coming off a right cross knockout win of over Pedro Carvalho. Emmanuel Sanchez is coming off a unanimous decision win against Daniel Weichel. Emmanuel Sanchez has a 3-inch height and a 5.5-inch reach advantage over Patricio Pitbull. Patricio, fighting out of his own gym, the Pitbull Brothers gym. Aside from, he's in his gym, everybody's pretty much a regional or Bellator fighter. There's no UFC fighters or anything, but he's got his brother Patricio Pitbull, and there's another guy there named Pitbull, but he's not related. It's Leandro Higo, but he's also known as Pitbull. And their last name is not Pitbull. His last name is Freire, like Freire. I don't know how you pronounce it in Portuguese, but I assume it's Frey or Freire. I don't know. Anyway, Emmanuel Sanchez, like I said, he fights out of Rufus Sport in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Rufus Sport has people like Brandon Allen, Ben Askren, but Ben Askren's gearing up for his fight against, was it Jake Paul or something? That's so stupid. Anyway, Bilal Muhammad, Sergio and Anthony Pettis, Eric Wisely, just to name a few that have, when you open up Tapology, you'll see those guys on there. So, taking the favorite here, the champ, we've got Schroeder by decision. Then it's your boy Ebays by decision. I'm seeing a trend here already. Then we got Bert is saying by knockout, first, second, or third round. It is a 5-round fight, I do believe, because championship fight. He's saying it's going to happen before the third round. The over/under set at 4.5, so I'm guessing he's going to go with the under at plus 140. Then we've got AJ DeVito from MMA Experts. He's also saying by knockout for Pitbull. And finally, to close it all out, we've got UFC Celebrities and Classics. Vlad taking Patricio Pitbull to beat Emmanuel Sanchez. This makes it a full capper consensus. Full capper consensus is when all the handicappers pick the same side, and in this case, they are all taking Patricio Pitbull to beat Emmanuel Sanchez in the rematch. The first time around, it was a unanimous decision. First time around was a unanimous decision, loss to Patricio. So I can't go against that. I have to go with everybody else. I have to go with the consensus here. I'm going to take Patricio Pitbull to get it done. This time, he's not going to make it go to decision. I think he's going to be able to knock him out. And we'll say third or fourth round. We're going to, fourth round. How's that? Fourth. When they're both good and tired, that's when he's going to hit him, catch him. Anyway, so to recap, time check. Wow, late. Okay, we've got Usman Nurmagomedov, the hugest, widest, biggest favorite on by boards here, probably on the entire card, I would imagine. We got him submitting Hamel, Magic Hamel, in the second round. But do check out the interview with James Lynch. That link probably won't be in the description. All the other cappers' links will be in the description. Maybe if I feel it, I will even put that link in there. But anyway, then I've got Kana Watanabe going against the capper majority and against the bookies and beating Alejandra Lara Azul via decision. Then I have Neiman Gracie submitting Jason Jackson. I think that's probably going to happen. I don't have to name the round, but if I was to guess, I would just say round 2. You know, first round, they're going to... I've heard that Jackson's wrestling's not horrible. We'll see. I don't know. Finally, for the main event, I've got Patricio Pitbull winning the rematch again against Emmanuel Sanchez, but this time he's not going to let it go to decision. He's going to end him earlier with a knockout. I predict probably the 4th round. That'll give me plus money. So there you go. Gather the info. Place those bets and cash those tickets. I appreciate you dealing with me. Feel free to leave comments down below. Give me that thumbs up. Good luck on these bets, and I will see you next episode.